Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. And as you can see, yesterday we got that resistance we were looking for, and we are pulling back right now. We did get the bounce to the 21, and we're already putting up a little bit of a fight. As of right now, the volume to the downside is not that strong, so we have to kind of wait and see how this day closes. If we close above 22,850, we can look for continuation to the upside as soon as daily closes. And if we lose our $22,850 level for the daily close, then we can look for testing into the low, which is around 22,400 after daily closes, and seeing if we can find support there or not. If we lose that with an hourly open and close underneath it, we can go test much lower, all the way down to 21,600 and under if need be. Right now, we are breaking out of that channel that we were looking at yesterday. The measured move to the 21 is already there. We can remove this guy. Now what we're doing is following this descending channel price action, waiting for where the support bounce will be. If the support doesn't come in around 22,200 to 22,000, then we're going to be looking for much lower. Okay, but at least to this level here, we can give it to them for confluence of bottom of the channel as well as the golden pocket retrace. As soon as we start closing under 22,000, I would be very, very cautious as to we can go all the way to the bottom of the channel at around 21,000 before we look for any kind of a relief rally bounce. And if we don't bounce over here at 21,000, everyone here will get trapped because we are kind of making what I've been saying for the last few days, a head and shoulders, which will give you a measured move like so, about right there. So basically all the way to 20,700-ish. Around there is what we're looking at if we can't hold this support at 22,300. You'll initiate this measured move going down into the bottom of this channel at 20,700. So I'm going to save this for us to look at in our Discord group. Give me 1 second. All right, and then sorry about that. There you go. Send that over. All right, and now after we send that over, we are going to our 4-hour. I'm gonna actually move my drawings, go to 4-hour. And on the 4-hour, we're kind of brushing up at support right now. We've basically made a higher low than this, but I don't think that this is safe yet. We are gonna have to wait for us to get above 23,400 with open and closes to say, hey, this bottom is probably gonna hold for now. As of right now, we are under the 55 and 21 EMA. So as long as we're under 23,200, we could go sideways and down, slowly filling out the channel, and then we can look for where our support is. Let me turn on our drawings. There you go. Here's our 4-hour. So as I was saying, we put in our head and shoulder formation right now, and then we're trying to see basically where our support is. We have this level of support right over at the fib, as well as this 200 EMA, which is around 22,700. And then once we lose that, with hourly open and closes, I'm looking for around 22,002 to 22,000. And if we don't get that support bounce I'm probably looking for a flush all the way down to around 20,700. Take that liquidity, and then we could see if we could go higher or not. But if we do not get a bounce at 20,700, you have the risk of initiating that measured move all the way down. Much, much lower if this head and shoulder does become a bear flag breakdown. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but let me give you that. Here you go. This is on the daily. Okay, if this thing wants to break down at the and this is the distribution phase that's coming in after this Wyckoff accumulation markup, and now if we're going to start the distribution phase, well, this distribution phase is doing a little bit of a head and shoulder. What the heck is this line over here? Oh, that's when we were looking for the long down here. We're looking for a short over here at the high at around 20,000, 25,700. Never got up to that so far. So right now, the chance of this happening is still there. This head and shoulder could be a fake out because we have lower highs. So the probability of this going up more is there. I'm just giving you one hypothetical scenario that, hey, if we can't break out of this, we're going to basically test lower, and then when we test lower, if we find our support over here at 22,000, then we can swoop up. Then what will happen is something like this. Well, we can come down here, try to break up, we don't get it, go a little bit lower, touch the bottom, test back into support, find support on the fib, and then we break out. So that's kind of how I'm seeing this right now. I see that this markup is now in distribution phase, gonna distribute, then we're gonna come back into mark down, you know, it's gonna get 1 or 2, 3 legs down, then we're gonna come back to an accumulation and come up maybe middle of September 11th, guys, September 11th. So just keep those dates and those areas in mind. The time is not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at price action more than anything. All right, so we're done with Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum on a daily. Looking at Ethereum. There you go. Ethereum on a daily. Similar setup of a head and shoulder formation. And what we need to do is see how the daily closes today. As long as the daily does not lose our level. Oh, let me turn off those drawings. As long as the daily does not close under 1650, it's actually pretty decent. Sorry about that, guys. It is looking good for continuation to the upside as long as it continues up. Right now, I am not going to remove this channel, and I'm not removing this channel due to the fact that we are still consolidating in between them. There you go. So what we're looking for on the daily is to get above the 100 EMA and close above there. So we're looking for 1740 and above. Yesterday I was saying around 1720 we will look for resistance because that's where the 21 EMA was on the 4-hour. But right now we're looking at about 1740 to the upside. As soon as we have an hourly open and close above 1740, we can look to see if we can break up and test higher into our target range of, I think it was like 1900. Let's go to the 4-hour. Get better. Okay, so we're looking around 2000-ish. Okay, and then you have a lot of naked point of controls. There's a lot of liquidity from the shorts being put in while we're going sideways too. So a poke up before going down is totally logical. To take the liquidity to the top side before down. Here's my drawings. As you can see, we were rising in this ascending channel. We broke down. We are actually now, I put this channel up yesterday when we made our high at like 1800, or the day before yesterday. And we actually filled it out properly. So now I'm waiting for this consolidation to come to an end. We're almost coming to an end. So as long as we don't close any 4 hours underneath 1690, this should just go sideways and up. We should probably break out of this descending green channel, test back into this ascending red channel, and then go for that breaker up here at 19 to take out all the shorts and then roll down. come all the way back down. If we don't have the strength to do that and we start showing weakness here, well, the support that we're looking for might not even hold. So right now we're watching for our open and closes, and if we see some weakness come in at New York Open and we don't see a push up, well, then we better get ready for some downside. And then the first level we're testing is over here at 1645, and then after 1645 I'm looking between 15 and low 1600s for a bounce. If we don't get that bounce at these levels here, which we have this like crazy rainbow bar here, if we don't get our bounce here on the middle of the channel around 1570, well, we can initiate a much deeper move to the middle of the channel, which is around 1400. And this is kind of where I was looking for the move to come into because of these negative point of controls. There's a lot of money here because these are the previous lows. So poking into these levels, then coming back up, also very logical. So keep that in mind, guys. I don't think you should be very bearish per se, but you should definitely be prepared for this head and shoulders to at least take the liquidity to the downside, test these lows, maybe even 1560 and under, and then go back up. Since we've already tested the 200 once, I think this time is going to be a little bit deeper of a retrace. So that's why I'm targeting the 1400 or 1450, even maybe even this previous low. So aside from that, upside wise, I will start looking for a continuation to the upside with closes above 1740, hourly open and closes above 1740. I'm going to be looking for resistance right at 1800, and then after 1800 I give you my 1900 level that I'm looking for. Let me turn that. About 1902, and then after that we got the naked point of controls as well as the fibs, and this is 2100 to 2150 is where the largest short will come in if we get there, but definitely around 2000. Between 1900 to 2000, I'm looking for some resistance. We have too many points of confluence to show that it's not. So tapping into that level here really hard and then breaking down is totally reasonable, and patience is the name of the game. Patience. All right, guys. Aside from that, I hope everything is going good. I hope you guys are being safe in this market. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell button for notifications. If you guys have any questions, any other assets you would like me to cover, feel free to leave it in the section below, and I will get back to you ASAP. And yeah, aside from that, have a great week. Today's Wednesday, and today at market open we should see some volatility. News-wise, we have like an inflation report coming, so yeah, pump and dump is on the menu, so be ready. And this head and shoulder situation is even more suspicious to go to the downside because we're not expecting anything good to come out from this inflation report. We know costs are going up way higher than they should be, so I would expect a high inflation report, and I would expect pressure on the market to the downside due to that. And yeah, I know Bitcoin's an inflation asset, but people are gonna be, reallocating their positions in the equity markets due to these interest rates, so that they make sure that their returns are beating inflation. So be ready for a lot of market movement today. All right, guys, be safe. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. And come say hi to me on the Discord. I miss y'all.